There's YouTube. And Periscope. Oops. All right. So we are going to kick things off. Again, we're two teams, or two divisions short on our basketball break. That did not end up going last night. I am hoping, though, that even if we get just one more team, one more division, I'd really like to see that go tonight. And then Donruss Signature Series, I'm going to recap the boxes again as we just got set up on YouTube and on Periscope. We have a full inner case here of Donruss Signature Series. That's the headliner for this break. But we got a couple nice boxes of 2017 Vertex as well. And two boxes of 2018 Donruss. All right. Donruss, no slouch sometimes. We pulled an Aaron Rodgers out of 5. We pulled a Carson Wentz out of 10. There's some good stuff in those Donruss boxes. And then the Leaf autographed football jersey, our memorabilia piece for this break. We need 3 teams, and they are scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. So without further ado, we'll start with the talk portion of our program. And hopefully we can get rolling on that break in a little while. Again, I will interrupt this spiel in order to get the break started and roll call, and then we can always finish wrapping up our recap afterwards. So let's get it started. Week 10 NFL recap. The NFL resembled a daycare this week. Full of tears. Saints in the break. You got it. Oh, why did that go away? I didn't mean to hit that. There we go. That's fixed. So, Saints have just been claimed. And then there were 2. So we need 2 more in order to run this. And let me just get you jotted down for that. So Daniel Logan, hey honey. How's Lexi feeling? Oh, the Saints are gone. I'm sorry. I apologize, Daniel. The Saints are gone. They must have just still been on the list. Let me double check the list real quick. So Ravens, Broncos, Lions, Dolphins. I apologize. The Saints are gone. Let me count the teams again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, we still need 3 more. The Saints are gone. They must have missed getting taken off the list here. Panthers 40, Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Raiders, Titans. Everything else is correct. So I apologize. So the Saints are not available. Oh, okay. So the NFL resembled a daycare this week, full of tears, timeouts, and blowouts. And yes, some of those games were kind of that kind of blowout. Thursday had the Steelers crush the Panthers 52-21 to sit at 6-2-1, first place in the AFC North on Big Ben's 328 yards and 5 touchdowns. I guess that took away on Le'Veon Bell's leverage a little bit. But for all his crying about not wanting 400 touches in a contract year, all he did was solidify why he is not worth a big payday. Already missing time for 2 drug suspensions in his career, holding out the entire 2017 preseason, and turning an age where many running backs find themselves retiring or unable to get a new contract. You'd think he would have tried to honor his claim he would be back by week 8. There we go. Got Le'Veon Bell rookie card there. He turned down 5 years at $70 million, so we got a second-year franchise tag at $14.5 million instead. That's how it works. When he signed an NFL contract, he set himself up for this, and the millions he's already made. Are you feeling sorry for him? Because I'm not. He's complaining about the expectation that he would get 400 touches. So doing the math, all right, I need a lot of fingers there. He would get $36,125 just to try to gain yards with a football in a play that takes seconds, while most of us struggle to work months, better part of a year to do that. Chargers and Donruss, you got it. That I know is still available, so I will fix that. Chargers. So we need 2. And Chargers, one of my top 5 picks. So I like that pick. Alright, so that's Daniel Logan, Chargers. We need 2 more to make it official. He still could have made $6 million if he showed up on Sunday, even up until 4 p.m. this afternoon. That's even enough money to keep Kyle Love awake. Alright, he probably wasn't sleeping. But I'm sure most of America was at that point in the game anyway. James Conner is filled in nicely. Only real negative for the Steelers in this one was Conner ending up in concussion protocol, but it doesn't seem like it's worrying anybody right now. He is proving why owners should choose to go with the younger backs. Why pay Bell going into his age 27 year when guys like Hunt, Elliott, Conner, Kamara, and I really don't like his chances on getting him how much he thinks he's worth. Will others choose to hold out a full season now that a star like Bell has finally tested these waters? I guess we'll find out next year. But is he done with Pittsburgh? Could the Steelers get what they had wanted for less after all is said and done? I mean, it'll be too expensive and probably too stressful to franchise Bell again. But the transition tag, all right, there's another tag that they have to use for their advantage, gives them the opportunity to match offers. And if Bell doesn't end up getting offered that 5 years and $70 million he already turned down, the Steelers get a deal. They didn't have to pay Bell all season long, and if reuniting feels so good, they may force him back. I don't know. He'll like that. Maybe he will retire. It's a shame that, you know, news piece like this has to overshadow the fact that after a little bit of a hiccup their first few games, the Steelers have really solidified themselves as a playoff contender. NFC North leading Bears went to 6-3 as they beat the Lions 34-22. I don't know who's going to want him. I mean, there may be somebody that's desperate, but I'm trying to think in my head, where would he match up well? What team will take him? Even the Eagles, who don't mind trading for surplus pieces, they didn't want him. At least it didn't seem like it. The rumor mill said they were leaning more towards McCoy, who we'll talk about later, finally had a 2-touchdown game for the first time since like last year. I don't know who's going to want to take him. I personally think that from an owner's viewpoint, if the players have a problem with him in his own locker room, why is management going to want him around? I would say even the Jets would probably turn down the opportunity. Maybe the Buccaneers. I don't know. Jets was the one that I was thinking maybe could go after him. They have the young quarterback. See, this would be the correct sequence, like we're talking about with the Giants, what they should have done. They drafted the quarterback and pick up the running back either in the next draft or somebody good in free agency. The Buccaneers, I don't know. I don't think the Buccaneers know what's going on. I don't think the Buccaneers would take him just because Jameis Winston seems to be phasing out of their plans. And on top of that, I mean, come on, you're not building a franchise on Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's just there to do what he can do, and you actually put somebody out on the football field. So I don't know. Could it be one of the two teams that's still left in our Donruss Sigs case that we need in order to get this running? They're scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. We just need two teams in order to get this break rolling. Speaking of rolling, how about the Saints? As if the Steelers didn't put a pounding on their opponent enough. The Saints tops in the NFC South and are now 8-1 with Breeze not having to push too hard, since he has two running backs that actually want to work. And he put up 265 yards on 22 completions. But his 3 touchdowns did put him past Brett Favre on the all-time career list. After losing this game 51-14, the Bengals gave up on their defensive coordinator and are now bringing in Hugh Jackson as an assistant. On our discussion post, Joseph had asked why. Well, they need wins. And while Hugh Jackson didn't do much in that department for the Browns, he still knows everything about them. And they do still play each other 2 times, so it's kind of like when the Patriots sign somebody off the Bills, Jets, or Giants every year, or Dolphins. Information. That and Lewis and Jackson are like this. So, speaking of which, the Browns won their 3rd game, 28-16 over the Falcons. Baker is riding nice despite the training wheels. Or tricycle, you know. But he went 12 for 12, so 100% passing. 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. The Titans are now a game behind the Texans, handing the Pats a titanic loss. But at 7-3 in a division with little competition, it's probably a moot point. Still, Brady is definitely missing the old Gronk, and he's missing opportunities too. You know, one of the things that you can always say about a guy like Drew Brees is, you know, you look at his receiver list, and it's long and it's spread out. And Brady just really concentrating a lot on Edelman and Gordon and kind of putting on the blinders to some other receivers and, you know, missed some opportunities during that game that could have turned things around. In the battle for the bottom of the AFC South, the Colts edged out the Jags 29-26. Hey, Nigel, I'm glad we spared England that misery. Bills are now even with the Jets at 3-7 in a very uneven game that finished 41-10. Terrell Pryor ends up waived after this one. Remember, he was with the Jets before. I think he's feeling used. He actually almost had as many yards as the entire Jets team in the first quarter. Of course, he had 0, and the number the Jets had was 1. So I don't think Terrell Pryor even had a a target this game, if I'm not mistaken. I know he was on the field because I remember seeing him in a huddle. He had 17 yards in 2 weeks with the Bills, and I think they got what they really wanted out of him, and they cut bait. Logan Thomas even got a pass in this game, but we didn't see Davis Webb at all. Even Nathan Peterman was given a chance. Well, he's gone too. Chiefs 26, David Johnson 14. Mahomes already has the most touchdowns in the season by a Chiefs quarterback. It's early. It's not that big of a record, I guess. Week 10. That number was 31. But will he take that 31 and raise it 25 more before the season is done? I bet Peyton Manning's hoping he's bluffing. I don't know. He's got time to break that record. You know? Been a little slow. Yeah, that game was terrible. Awful. Miserable. I fell asleep for a good 20-30 minutes in the middle of it. Chargers go to 7-2, beating the Raiders 20-6. And since they're doing so well losing games and people lately, Jordy Nelson might be out a while, the season, maybe his career. Rumors that he's wanted to retire. The Bills were having that problem earlier in the year with the knee injury. And Martavis Bryant will be missing some time with a sprain as well. Packers and Dolphins end up at 500 records at the end of this game as Green Bay wins 31-12. Ravens and Bucks, we have a break. Ravens and Bucks are now gone. We have a break. So let me note these teams real quick. And then I'll find a good stopping point and let's get roll call going. So we are at 22. That was the magic number for this one. So we do officially have a break now. It is Donruss Signature Series 2016. So what I will do is let everybody know that we are live for roll call. And I'll give him a second to get in here too. So, but the Packers might not necessarily be on the rise after this one. Packers at 4-4-1. All four of those losses have been on the road. And they play three decent teams their next three road games. So just because they slipped one past Brock Osweiler isn't necessarily a reason to celebrate a return to relevance just yet. So, yeah, didn't that work out well for the Raiders last time with Terrell Pryor? Just saying, in case we have short-term memory. But at least he's not this guy. So let's see, for the three of them, 55, 28, and 28. So that's 55, 56, 111. 111 minus 11. Yep, it'd be $100 for him. So again, we are going to be pausing our recap. We'll continue to go on when we finish our break, but this is what we're really here to do, and that is rip you guys a new one. So I put out the word that we're live. Let's see who we got here. Daniel Logan obviously here. Megan Yoakum, Joseph Turnbull, Bobby Thompson's here. Guy Ritano, Nigel Sedal's here. Gail Anderson. Hey, Michael. Michael's here. Desi Moling Bayan, VJ Laredo, Mike Jensen, Adam Ha, Barry Ware, and Dominic Jimenez. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so let's start messaging out the links here. Need a total? Let's see, 28,135 is 163, 233. You had 3 teams, right? So 233 minus 10%. Michael, you're at 209.70. So 209.70 for the Bengals, the Cowboys, and the Chiefs. Alright, so we are in roll call status here again for tonight's break. Until we show the first hit, teams will still be available. So anybody who wants to buy in, you will still have the opportunity. Teams are not locked out, but I do got to take the 2 off the list. So let's see. I already did take the 2 off the list, didn't I? Alright, good. All the teams that are on the list should still be up there. So, no comments on Periscope. No surprise there. So, again, we are breaking this now. Anybody who wants to jump in, remaining teams are as follows. The Broncos are 55. The Lions are 55. The Dolphins are 40. The Seahawks are 55. The Panthers are 40. The Texans are 60. The Colts are 50. The Jaguars are 40. Raiders are 45. And the Titans are 45. My top 5 from what is still left here. The Colts, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Broncos, and the Dolphins would probably be my top 5. Colts, Seahawks, Lions, Broncos, and Dolphins. My top 5 best bang for the buck teams that are still up here. So again, we are in the middle of roll call. I'm just messaging people. And until we show the first hit, you can still get in and play. Let's see, Guy. So, I don't see Gail. Got Desi. VJ. Let's see. Mike Jensen, Adam Ha, Barry Ware, Dominic Jimenez. And again, we are pushing Twitter. We're pushing YouTube. All right. Trying to get more views there, as they seem to be more effective lately. A lot of people all across Facebook have had issues with Facebook resetting the settings that they put in. So they put these settings in so you can decide, do you want to see this or not? And then they go and change them on you anyway. I realized yesterday that it happened to me, and so I kind of put it out there, just a little reminder of what the settings were, and to check them because Facebook might have changed them on you. And I'm hearing that yeah, I'm not the only one around here. So we'll see what happens. But again, we just got everything, all the messages out for Donruss Signature Series. I'm going to recap the boxes one more time here. We got a full case, 8 boxes, inner case of Donruss Signature Series 2016. From 2017, 2 boxes of Vertex. From 2018, 2 boxes of Donruss. And our memorabilia piece is a Leaf autographed football jersey. And so we'll take our pictures that we had for our recap. And we're going to put this up so everybody knows this is what time it is right now. It is Donruss Sigs time. Okay, again, we've changed our format a little bit. And we did have a few question and answer video streams yesterday. So please give me feedback on how you like this new format. So we're trying to get it so that we can push the teams. We can still give you the entertainment aspect that you like. And then we can plan the breaks so that... Adam, I got you for the Jets in Donruss Signature Series. This break has been up for a while, and you know, it's funny, like no movement, and then we do the new format and the break fills. So I'm hoping that this is working. So we'll continue to see how long and through the week. I did have you for the Jets at 30. So are you still in? I know after yesterday, or not yesterday, Sunday, you know, Jets are kind of embarrassing subject right now, but $30. It was $30 for the Jets. So for a 13-box break, chance at guys like Joe Namath, $30 ain't too bad, right? Not out of the jerseys, but out of the mini helmets, we pulled Curtis Martin stuff too. So, all right. So, what I'm gonna do real quick while we're waiting for giving another minute for people to get in here, based on the messages I've sent out. We're gonna talk real quick about 2 breaks. One, the other break that we're hoping to do tonight. We have a 3-box divisional break. There's 6 divisions in basketball. We got 2 already taken. Let's give me 1 more so that we can do this tonight. Crown Royale, Optic Fast Break, and Noir Basketball are the 3 boxes in this break. $129 for 1 spot, or you can get 2 divisions for $249. Again, Noir, kind of a heavy hitter in the basketball, higher end set. Surprised they haven't tried to milk some football dollars off of that one yet. And then the other break I want to talk about is what we have set up for tomorrow on the schedule. All right, so tomorrow Walking Dead 4-box draft break. It's about a quarter of the way full right now. Spots are not expensive. We'll plan on talking about Walking Dead, the Cy Young Award race, and Week 11 NFL preview. So we're covering Week 10 in today's talk. Kind of, there's a little crossover. We're kind of dipping into some Week 11 subjects. Technically, as far as the NFL work week, Le'Veon Bell not showing up to work is kind of a Week 11 subject, but it's kind of a Week 1 through 10 subject too, and preseason and I don't know. And now it's going to be the off-season topic as well. But so Walking Dead, it's a 4-box break. It's a season 4.1 box, or part 1, season 4.2. A season 8 box, which it says part 1 on it. I haven't heard an announcement on part 2 yet, but if there is one, we might as well call it an 8.1. And then there is also what is it? Evolution, I think, was the other box. So it is a draft style break. And somehow the link is not saved on the pinned post, so I'm trying to pull it up here. And let me go into this other app so I can find it better. I believe it's 20. Want to say it's $22 a spot, 2 for $39. Pretty sure on that. $22 a spot, 2 for $39. Did Facebook delete it on me or something? I don't even see it. There it is. So draft choices will be from a hit card, all inserts and parallels from each of the boxes, and all base from each of the boxes. 16 spots total. It needs 14 to run, so we need 10 more. What was what, Alan? There was an Alan? I was talking about Walking Dead spots and basketball spots. Are you talking about the spot you have in this break? You have the Bills in this break. Maybe you do pull an Allen. $22 or 2 for $39. That's for the Walking Dead break. 4-box Walking Dead draft break. All right, so we've given enough time for people to get in. Again, if anybody wants to jump in on this one, you have until we show the first hit, which means we're going to start with a Donruss box to give that hit a little extra time to show up. If we start with Donruss Sigs, they'll come out right away. So here we go. Donruss Signature Series 2016 is underway.
Underpants?
Underpants?
Yeah.
And here we go. So again, we got a bunch of stuff planned out for the week. Again, it's not necessarily it's on the schedule and it's going to break. This is to make things a little bit easier for those who are getting intermittent I don't understand what's confusing. What were you confused about? We were talking about tomorrow's scheduled break, Walking Dead. Those are $22 for 1 spot, 2 for $39. So that is the break that we're hoping to run tomorrow. Again, just because it's scheduled doesn't guarantee it's going to run, but what we're doing is, you know, we're trying to give you something entertaining to watch. And in the course of it, fill up these breaks. Donruss Sigs is breaking right now. This is Donruss Sigs. So, if you notice, I'm starting to use pictures on the app here. Alright? So, if that's up, it means we're either talking about it or we're breaking it. Alright, that's the new system. We're either talking about it or we're breaking it. And if anybody's looking to jump in, speak now or forever hold your pizza.
What do you want with all this stuff here?
I gotta finish it up. I was almost done with it.
What do you want to do with this?
I just gotta look at it. The comic books will go with my comic books. I'll just put it all in the garage.
This is Ellie's?
No, that's the one that I have to make sure doesn't work. I think that one's broken.
And this can charge this?
No, I don't know why somebody would do that. That could possibly break that.
Why?
I don't know, because it's not plugged into anything. It could be draining it. No, Bell's not gonna get the money that he was offered by the Steelers last year. It's just not gonna happen. He has proven not to be a reliable teammate and not trustworthy as far as, you know, don't get me wrong. You gotta protect your body. Wrestlers protect their bodies in different ways, but wrestlers, when they wrestle on a tag team, they wrestle together. I got too much Rick Rhymes stuck into my head now after binge watching 8 straight seasons. But yeah, that's gonna be it's totally gonna backfire on him. He is going to not be happy.
That sounds painful.
And he may even decide to retire, but you know what? He's given up a lot of money in the process. I'm gonna move this a little closer with our new angles. Alright, so we got David DeCastro, Chris Carter. We've seen tons of Donruss cards, so we're just going to kind of focus on the inserts and parallels. There's Duke Johnson with a pink press proof. Tyreek Hill. Him and Mahomes have amazing chemistry. That is one of the reasons, Tyreek Hill, one of the reasons why Mahomes may have a shot at breaking the touchdown record. Calvin Ridley, that's if the Chiefs decide to play him in the unimportant games in the year. You got a lot of teams that are just clear-cut above the rest, but home field advantage is going to be an interesting fight, just like those lower playoff spots are going to be a dogfight coming into the end of the year.
Dogfight?
Oh, yeah. Joe Thomas from the Dog Pound. You got Dan Marino, Ito Smith, Matty Ice, Cam Newton. Maybe all his redemptions will get fulfilled, right? Bo Scarborough, Fumagalli. Man, if I were Panini, I would never ever ask him to sign anything because, well, you know how he feels about honoring contracts. DJ Charky, Randy Moss, Dante Pettis. I mean, I mean, it's not like I'm laughing at the guy.
Ha 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 ha.
Haha, Clinton Dix.
I don't know what that means.
No, this guy.
Oh. It was like, I'm not just saying what's
75 out of 100. Deshaun Hamilton for the Broncos. Again, the remaining teams are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You still got time to jump into this one. So jump on it. Jump on it.
Oh, thanks.
Broncos, 55. Lions, 55. The Dolphins are 40. The Seahawks are 55. Panthers are 40. Texans are 60.
You're 60.
Colts are 50. Jaguars are 40. Raiders are 45. And the Titans are 45. Maybe we'll see some ink and Donruss Sigs of a guy like this. Who knows? Ian Thomas. Tom Shady Brady. Got Ryan Kerrigan, 28 out of 50. Gold is good enough for a little 1 cent love there. And Dak Prescott leading his team to victory Sunday night. Nyheim Hines, Joshua Jackson. Leonard Fournette, Elite Series. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dominic. Jerome Betts, Josh Allen. Josh Allen rookie card. Rated rookie. Rated 1 cent love worthy. Kittle, a bright spot for the 49ers, too. Cameron Wake. And what's his name on the Panthers? Needs to wake up. He probably wasn't sleeping. Aaron Rodgers. Nick Chubb. You know, Browns took a risk. They made a trade. Chubb definitely solidifying the feelings that he was worth being a lead back. Anthony Miller, pink press proof. Give that a little 1 cent love too. He's been solid, consistent, solid performer all year long. J.J. Watt, Cortland Sutton, Marcel Aitman. This is the Raiders' prayer position that they can all not get injured because there's nobody good on the field left. Lamar Miller. David Johnson, who was a 2-touchdown stud this week. Carson Wentz, fantasy life. Carson Wentz's fantasy is Eagles fans always being nice to their team. You got Adrian Claiborne, DJ Moore. Cortland Sutton. David Johnson. He was ground and Air Force. He was all services this Veterans Day. John Kelly. He was even coming in through the water, man. Could not stop him. We have 183 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns, and that's all that the Cardinals ended up scoring. So at least he came back well from injury, right? Again, once we show the first hit, that is it. No teams will be available after that, unless you give me good reason to make an exception. But here's the deal. Here is the deal. If anybody's noticed the last few breaks, those leftover teams have been doing well. Don't sell them short. There are some good ones up there. Again, I will tell you if I think a team is a good team. I said yesterday that the Cardinals were my #1 pick for what is left, and I think they ended up with like 5 or 6 hits that break. I said the Mets usually do well in triple threads, and they got multiple hits, including the triple signature card. So, when I make a recommendation, I'm looking out for everybody's best interest. And I want you guys to get some big hits, too. Broncos are 55, Lions are 55, Dolphins are 40, Seahawks are 55, Panthers are 40, Texans are 60, Colts are 50, Jaguars are 40, the Raiders are 45, and the Titans are 45. So I actually have both of the hits from Donruss in my hand right now. And I'm going to tell you one is from a team that was very recently picked up. Alright, so that last minute magic, it's there, it's a thing. The other hit is for one of the teams that has not been picked up yet. Alright, the other hit is for a team that is still available. I really shouldn't do this, but I'm going to give you another hint. It's not, that hit is not for one of my top 5 picks. That hit is for a, not a bad team, but a riskier team. So, if anybody wants to take a shot at it, let me know. These teams are still up there until they're not. And then you'll have to wait till Walking Dead tomorrow to get your fix. Alright. Yeah, I can't believe they're still on the board either. Although the last few breaks, they've only ended up with like 1 hit. But so many times this year, they've ended up with 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. They're very, very heavy this year. Kind of like Eddie Lacy. Larry Fitzgerald. Studio Series Parallel. 50 out of 100. Give that a little 1 cent love for Larry Fitz. And some more to go around for Baker Mayfield, Rookie Gridiron King. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Christian Kirk and Mr. Spock coming up next. And Legend Series Joe Namath insert. With that cool little square design that I like. Lane Johnson. Lamar Jackson rookie. Give that a little 1 cent love too. You'll take spot 8 in Walking Dead tomorrow? You got it. Let's see. Let me make sure spot 8 is available. Spot 8 is taken. 5, 7, 8, and 12 are all taken. Anything else is up for the pickings. Again, $22 for 1 spot or 2 for $39. So 5, 7, 8, and 12 are the ones that are all gone. Yes. Muy bien. All right. So got Michael Crabtree, 37 out of 75, and since it's a die cut, I'm going to sleeve this up because they like to get hooked on a feeling sometimes. So Michael Crabtree to 75. We got Warren Sapp, Jordan Lasley, Daron Payne, And Matthew Berry, Fantasy Life. Kareem Hunt. Got Tom Brady. Jalil Scott. Getting close to that first hit. All right, Deshaun Hamilton. We've already seen some inserts, rookies, and parallels on the Broncos. A hit may not be far behind. Todd Gurley. Ooh, that'd be a pretty good guess. I'm not going to say if it's right, but that would be a pretty good guess. Brian Arakpo, I did no such thing. Joe Green, Anthony Miller. And 5 touchdowns last week. Big Ben Roethlisberger. Earl Campbell. Rashad Penny. Yeah, this was the next game we were going to start talking about. Over 100 yards. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, again, Nathan Peterman on the chopping block. It's a shame. We hit a lot of good Nathan Peterman's cards last year, including some one-of-ones. Larry Fitzgerald, Troy Aikman. But maybe somebody else will pick him up. We'll see. Darius Geis. Next year he might be nice. And here's the first hit. Again, one of the last teams taken. 103 out of 125. Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs. Hit number 1. Got James Washington, John Elway, Baker Mayfield. Little 1 cent loan there for the Brownies. Hall, still waiting for Oates. And Bobby watches enough breaks. 9 out of 499. Kiki Kuti. Oh, that auto is probably going to be like an 8, though. Missing a little bit too much of that loop. The rest of it's probably on the next sticker that he signed. So, Kiki Kuti, numbered to 499, is the next hit. So, we're going to just pull that. And I'll have to create a new ticker later for some of this stuff later in the week. Again, we're going to keep it light for our expected programming for the next couple days. So, Walking Dead tomorrow, WWE the day after that. Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, somebody who's not a Chief, and Javon Wims. Couple more packs out of this box, and then we're gonna do a Vertex next. How's that sound? We'll go into the Vertex box after this. Kind of like we're going back a year, and then we'll go back a year again into our main product for this box, or box break.
Mom, are you gonna get it?
Yeah, Seahawks have a lot of talent out there. So we got Pouncy, Trouncy, Flouncy. Marcus Mariota, 310 out of 400.
Nice. Right?
Yeah, it was things Tigger say. Matt Stafford, Kiki Kuti, and Tigger is friends with Pooh, which is how the Patriots played this week.
Okay, thanks, Mom. Go upstairs.
Cortland Sutton.
Where is Ellie?
Right here.
Hey, Ellie, I actually need that.
What? This?
Oh, no, the other one. What is that? Yeah, that.
The iPad.
Yeah, I need that.
Go away.
Peyton Manning, Mason Rudolph.
Let me show.
What are we even watching over?
None of your business.
Isn't it cool, like, this day and age now we can actually pause television? Remember we couldn't
I didn't
do that?
Because I didn't know it was going to be out for this long.
Antonio Brown, Von Miller. I'm just saying it's cool that we can do that now. Ronald Jones and Quentin
Why
Wilson.
were you not able to pause the TV?
That was not a feature available when they were children.
Yeah, so like if our mom and dad called us and was like, hey, we need you for a minute.
You just missed our show.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know what the heck she was doing down here, but I'm undoing it. Alright. So next, let's do some Vertex.
You do Vertex. Doesn't it look so nice when we're clean?
It does. You are amazing.
Yeah, why don't you cleaning your stuff? Let's talk about that.
We'll get a lot of stuff moving once that last leaf item comes in.
I want the table cleared off so that I can wipe it down with that dirty table running off of it. Let's work on that next. I'm not overly concerned about the package with boxes and aluminum.
Alright, here we go. So I got a blank.
Here I go. What's my weakness then?
So we got Antonio Brown.
I thought you were going to say Antonio Banderas.
No, not Antonio Banderas. Michael Thomas.
My finger cold.
And numbered 87. I knew you were going to do that. Out of 99, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo. Pop my ACLO.
Garfunkel?
Simon and Garfunkel. I don't know. Glad I don't play for Buffalo. It could be a number of things, yeah. So we got Dan the Man Marino, Tyrod Taylor, and a quarterback who should be cut at this point, Eli Manning. You know that you're not playing well when the announcer says on Monday Night Football, he can still play quarterback. Now that means there's already a question and that he can't. I'm sorry. Number 45 out of 99 for the Patriots, Mike Willing and Vrabel. And the Steelers, Dermonte Dawson with the Super Bowl autograph on card. Those are always nice ones to have, and they tend to value well. So.
Ah! No! Ow! Hurt myself.
I think I got a 55 point sitting right over here, too. All right, pack number 2. Still looking for that cornerstone card. And that ain't it. Oh, this is cool. All right. So we'll do this. We'll do this here. Blake Bortles, Marshawn Lynch, Jalen Ramsey, Not only can you pause, but you can also rewind. And Doug Baldwin, past and present. So this is two-player card. It's not numbered. It's not a hit. Usually if it's not significantly low numbered, then it's just going to start at the top and the left and work our way across and down. So this card's going to go to the Bills. I'll tell you what, it's not an Alvin Kamara auto, but it might be the next best thing. How's that sound? Got Derrick Henry, or maybe the next to the next best thing. Maybe the third best thing. So we're going to start things off. 8 out of 25. An Eli Manning patch. Eli Manning's washed up. Speaking of old washed up Mannings. Numbered 39 out of 49. Archie Manning. Oh man, we're one Manning away from the trifecta. So it's not an Alvin Kamara auto, but it's good for the Saints. Archie Manning, 39 out of 49. Archie. So we have Archie, and we have Meathead. At least the Eli's numbered to 25, right? Alright, so that means the cornerstone's going to be in the third pack here. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Our cornerstone hit's going to be from somebody who I believe caught a 75-yard touchdown pass this past week, if I'm not mistaken. Got Paul Perkins, DeMarco Murray, A.J. Green, Philip Crimea Rivers. I guess he's not crying this year at 7-2. It looks like he's going to be rolling into the playoffs. You got Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders. So that's going to go to the 49ers. Joe Flacco. Numbered 5 out of 99. Dolphins, Kenyon Drake. And from Drake's Cakes to Jujubees, 7 out of 99. Juju Smith-Schuster with the base cornerstone on-card auto right there. Little Juju Smith-Schuster for the Steelers. All right. So we're one Donruss box left, one Vertex box left. Let's pour it on. Let's open up some Donruss Signature Series. I think that's a good idea. So 2016 Donruss Signature Series. 4 autographs per box here. All killer, no filler. 4 autographs per box. Does this look familiar? Almost made it the right size. I guess I could affect that by how close it is. There we go. Now that's perfectly lined up. First one out. Gonna start with a little elusive ink for the Broncos. Trevor Siemian. Trevor Siemian. Broncos. 11 out of 50 for the Raiders. TJ Carey. Dolphins, Tyler Murphy. And Oilers, which would make it go to the Titans, Ernest Givens. Ernest Givens carries over to the Titans. This will get randomed off. 400 Panini points. That will get randomed off at one spot per team. And we throw the Panini points as kind of like a first, second, third deal if there's multiple ones. Matt Hazel for the Dolphins. Numbered 4 out of 25, 3-color RPA, Chris Moore, Ravens. And Ravens again, Justin Forsett. So Ravens pulling some hits. Box number 3. Elusive ink, Darren Woodson, Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Darren Woodson, Cowboys. And we're going to follow that up with numbered 3 out of 50, Dan Bailey. 3 out of 50, Dan Bailey. Next up, Sean Mannion for the Rams. I think he's still backing up somewhere. And John Dorembos for the Eagles. Might be the only autographed John Dorembos card out there. Long snapper. So for somebody that PCs the Eagles, that's actually probably an interesting one. Box number 4. This Eagle's a little more famous. Team trademark, Jaws, Ron Jaworski. Da-da. Da-da. He's still on the Rams? Okay. Trey Williams, Colts, 2 out of 50. Rookie Signature Series. I just gotta look up what. I want to make sure he was still on that team. I think he's been on the same team his whole career, but I want to make sure. The way people move nowadays. Yeah, always on this team. Okay, good. So, Rookie Signature Series for the Raiders. Carl Joseph. And Eagles, Eric Rowe. Hey Mike, how's it going? So let's do the whole case, and then we'll push back through in year order, and we'll do the jersey last. Oh. There's a lot of filler in SIGs, but we usually get like 2 or 3 solid hits a case, and we got one right here. Dak Prescott, Cowboys. What was the question?
I texted you.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I figured you were looking at your phone more than me, so maybe you'd notice it.
So, Dak Prescott, big boom for the Cowboys. Numbered 4 out of 5 for the Dolphins. Kiko Alonso. Four out of 5, Kiko Alonso. Jets, Lorenzo Maudlin. Chiefs, Chris Jones. Colts, Trey Williams. 5 out of 50 for the Vikings, Jaron Curse. Kalen Clay for the Rams. And then Sheldon Rankins. Focus on that. Sheldon Rankins. Rookie Signature Series. And make sure he was always with the same team. Yep. So that's going to go to the Saints. Sheldon Rankins. Nolans. Two more boxes of Donruss Sigs. So far, the Dak Prescott, the highlight. A couple other decent ones. I'm looking for at least one more eye popper, though. We got 2 more boxes. Let's see what we got here. Oh, low-numbered card. And he's still playing. Number 2 out of 3 with a nice multicolor piece there. Justin Hardy for the Falcons. 2 out of 3. Justin Hardy for the Falcons. 13 out of 25. Vernon Hargreaves, the 3rd for the Buccaneers. Next card up goes to the Chiefs, Rod Streeter. And Eagles, Eric Rowe. One box left out of the 6 case.
Talking about my generation.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't moved. Yep. So we got a dual signature card, signature pairs for the 49ers. Aaron Burbridge and DeForest Buckner. Aaron Burbridge and DeForest Buckner. 48 out of 50. Jackson Jeffcoat for the Redskins. Preston Brown for the Bills. And then another Ravens hit, Keenan Reynolds. So four hits for 28 bucks for the Ravens. Not a bad last minute pickup. Let's see. Make sure this deck isn't something. Alright, so now we're bouncing back to 2017. Pushing the clock forward. 2017 Vertex. Oh, I had a feeling something like this was going to come out tonight.
Yeah.
James Harrison, who right now actually might still be more popular than Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh. Jordy Nelson, who's asking himself why he ever signed with the Raiders. Melvin Gordon. And does this guy still play? So you got Peyton Manning and J.J. Watt here. So this card will go to the Colts. Then you got Eli Manning. And number 25 out of 25, Deonta Foreman for the Texans. Numbered 53 out of 99. Bo knows we should sell out these breaks so that everybody has a shot at these cards. I believe this is now for sale. Bo Jackson, number to 99. Highly revered is right. So Bo Jackson, the Raiders. Pack number 2. Bo knows the Philly show. Odell Beckham Jr. Cam Newton, Chris Thompson, Zeke Elliott. You got Michael Irvin and Brian Dawkins. That'll go to the Cowboys. The Bears. Jordan Howard. Vikings, 2 out of 99, Jumbo Relic. Dalvin Cook. And then 32 out of 99, so we got a retired cornerstone here. Mark Brunell for the Jaguars. Mark Brunell, Jaguars, number to 99. Could have been a Fournette. Let's see what's in this other pack here. Two autos about to come out. One of them will probably suck. The other one should be good, right? So we got that guy right there. Or both of them could suck. I don't know. Jordan Matthews, Richard Sherman, Zach Ertz, Von Miller, Drew Brees with the numbered parallel, 31 out of 99. Le'Veon Bell. And yes, now that is 5 hits for the Ravens. 118 out of 199, Tyus Bowser. And 2 out of 99 for the 49ers, Kyle Juszczyk. Or as I like to call him, Juszczyk Thunder Liger. Makes me think of an old wrestler. I think he's still active, so I guess he's not that old, but he's old. He's older than me, and I feel old. Alright, last box, and then we got a jersey after that. So we're winding things down here. And then we'll continue our Week 10 recap. And we'll give one more chance to fill this basketball break. Again, it is a 3-box divisional break. Optic Fast Break, Crown Royale, and Noir. So all 17-18 product is $129 for a division. Or you can get 2 for $249. See if we can't fill one more division on that one. I might even go halvesies. We'll see. And I'll have to get a video guy, of course. That's the other stipulation. Sometimes I have trouble finding one. So we're going to go quickly through Donruss here. And we'll find out who our memorabilia piece is going to be as well. And there's a jersey card. Now we just need the autograph. So again, basketball, the one thing we might be able to break tonight. And then Walking Dead is the plan for tomorrow. No, the jersey's a regular part of the break. No skunk bonuses in this one. There was a lot of hits. Try to do the skunk bonuses a lot of times when there's not necessarily a lot. Sometimes I do. Just depends on the lineup. This one's not a skunky bonus break, in my opinion. All right. So again, I got one of the hits in here. Still searching for that autograph. Will it be a big one? One more pack. And we'll start showing them off. There you go, one of those. Alright, here we go. First half of the box. All about that base, Keanu Neal with the Think Pink. Keenan Allen. Ito Smith. Russell Wilson, Chuck Foreman, Denzel Ward, Maurkice Pouncey, 57 out of 150, Barry Sanders, Josh Rosen. Tony Gonzalez, Roger Staubach, and Saquon Barkley. At least that sells pretty well around this area, right? And 2 rated rookies, Mike White. They don't do short prints on the rated rookies, do they? I don't think they do. I guess they went with 2 rateds and no regular. On the back, no aqueous print. We are going to see that in a little bit, though. Calvin Ridley. There's a Drew Brees. It's just not signed. Jairi Alexander. Hayden Hurst. Yeah, there you go. Clay Matthews. Aqueous test. It's actually a don't hit the quarterback too hard test, and he failed. So then it got stamped on the back. Rashad Penny. DJ Moore. Got Kiki Kuti, Steve Young, John Kelly, Leighton Vander Esch, Calvin, it's all about the Benjamins, 5 out of 13. Kelvin Benjamin, jersey number parallel, 5 out of 13. Randy Moss and Baker Mayfield. Give that a little 1 cent love. The Bears. Jordan Howard. Brian Urlacher. Calvin Ridley. Again, we'll continue with our Week 10 recap after we recap what the hits were in this break. Nick Chubb. Chris Evans. He's a Patriots fan. Why does he get a card? It's 2 strikes against him. Melvin Gordon, numbered 44 out of 150, Jersey Kings. So we got 1 more auto and a jersey left in this break. Gurleyman, Steve Largent, Geis, and Kikomo Ture. Kamoko. My Listexia set in there. Kamoko Ture. Alright, so we're looking for one more autograph out of Donruss. And there it is. There's the final hit card. So Walking Dead 4-box draft break is the goal for tomorrow. Bought his national title rings. That shouldn't be for sale. Not until you're old and you've squandered your money. That's, or in the case of O.J. Simpson, you kill a few people, but do they get more than one ring? I mean, you know, we do have 10 fingers and all, but good Lord, that's a lot of money. We didn't pull any autographs of him today. But I don't think we could pull one that would still fetch that amount. I guess that's what happens when you're on a rookie contract. You gotta pawn your college winnings. Well, it's a good thing Calvin Ridley didn't play for like Rutgers or something like that. He'd have no hardware.
I texted you again.
I saw, but my hands are full.
Yes or no?
I don't know. I got that. Alright, here finishes up this Donruss box here. So we got Hanging with Amari Cooper, Jimmy Garoppolo on the throwback with the parallel 17 out of 100. 49ers. LaDainian Tomlinson, the other LT. Tom Brady, Fantasy Life. Got the other LT yet again. Shaquem Griffin. And Deshaun Watson. Jason Kelsey, Bo Scarborough. Matt Stafford. Samaje Perine. Traquan Smith. Geno Atkins. 9 out of 25 for the Bengals. Dak Prescott. Saquon Barkley, Elite Series rookie. That's headed to Colts neck too, huh? Couple Barkleys. Nick Foles, Minka Fitzpatrick, Doris Fountain. Got Zeke Elliott. It's always so quiet on Periscope. Joe Namath. Mike Gesicki. Alvin Kamara, Vita Vea, Equinemius St. Brown, DJ Moore, Chandler Jones, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Samuels, Leonard Fournette, almost to that hit. Chandler Jones, 33 out of 50. Christian Kirk, Kalen Ballage, Dak, Kurt Warner, and Buccaneers, numbered 155 out of 499, Ronald Jones. Kevin Byard, Dick Butkus, Uchenna Nwosu, and Sam Darnold, who fortunately was injured this week and missed that entire debacle with the Bills. Davis Webb could have played, but he didn't. So standard tiebreaker rules apply for the jersey here. All right, if it is a pro team, again, it's generally a custom, so the colors will tell you what team it's for. Pro team goes to that team. If it is a collegiate jersey and a current player, goes to the team. Basketball is still one more spot, and we can do basketball. I need a third spot on that. Daniel's got 2. If I get one more out of the ones, then we'll break it. But I need one. If it is a current player and a collegiate jersey, it would go to the current team. If it is a retired player, then it would go to a random. Most of the time, it can be settled if you take all the teams that they played for parts of up to 3 seasons or more. Then we random them off between those teams. There's been some other situations that would have happened before, and we have precedent for all of those, like the Charlie Ward incident, where we just random them off against all the teams because that was the only option. Won a Heisman Trophy, never got drafted in the NFL, but he got drafted in baseball and basketball, where he went on to have, I think, an 11-year career, mostly with the Knicks, I think. Love it when their label falls apart and won't break. There we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Jersey time. So, who's getting a jersey? Looks like this guy, Ray Guy. And of course, Ray Guy, Hall of Fame 2014. The first punter, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was the first. The greatest punter of all time. Yeah, first pure punter ever drafted in the first round of the NFL. And he was in the College and Pro Football Hall of Fame. And he spent his entire career with the Raiders, who could have been had for $45. So let's recap the hits. We'll finish our Week 10 NFL recap We'll talk real quick about Manager of the Year in baseball. And then if we don't have any more interest in a spot in the basketball break, we'll just have to push it another day. Again, we got 2 really light days coming up, so I have a feeling that push is going to come to shove, and we're going to get that basketball break broken over the next couple days. So you got Ronald Jones Jr. the second, number to 499 for the Bucks, number to 150 Chargers Melvin Gordon, Ravens to 199 Tyus Bowser, 49ers to 99 Kyle Juszczyk, Donta Foreman to 25, Dalvin Cook to 99, Jackson Jeffcoat to 50 for the Redskins, Keenan Reynolds for the Ravens, Preston Brown for the Bills, signature pairs Aaron Burbridge and DeForest Buckner, 49ers, Eric Rowe, Eagles, Rod Streeter, Chiefs, 13 of 25, Vernon Hargreaves III for the Buccaneers. They got some hits tonight. Falcons, number to 3, Justin Hardy. I think he's a special teams guy primarily, right, for the Falcons? Maybe a 4th or 5th receiver on sets like that. Trey Williams, Colts. J-Ron Curse, number to 50, Vikings. Kalen Clay, Ravens. Ravens definitely had some quantity this break. Sheldon Rankins, rookie signature series. Chris Jones, Chiefs. Lorenzo Maudlin, Jets, Jets. Kiko Alonso, number to 5 for the Dolphins. Eric Rowe, Eagles. Carl Joseph, Raiders. Trey Williams to 50, Colts. John Dorembos, Eagles. Sean Mannion, Rams. Dan Bailey to 50, Cowboys. And let's see what else we got here. Justin Forsett, Ravens. Ravens again, Chris Moore, number to 25. Matt Hazel, Dolphins. Ernest Givens, Titans / Oilers. Tyler Murphy, Dolphins. TJ Carey, 11 out of 50 for the Raiders. Broncos, Trevor Siemian. Number to 99, Dolphins again, Kenyon Drake. This will just miss the cut. Eli Manning, number to 25. Nice low-numbered patch there. Mike Vrabel, number to 99 for the Patriots. Dermontti Dawson, Steelers. Kiki Kuti to 499, Texans. To 125, Terrell Suggs. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do that at 5. Just missing the cut also is going to be Darren Woodson, Cowboys. Ron Jaworski, Eagles. Ray Guy jersey, Raiders. And here's the top 5 picks for hit of the night. You got the Jaguars, Mark Brunell to 99. Steelers, Juju Smith-Schuster to 99. Saints, Archie Manning to 49. Raiders, Bo Jackson to 99. Or the base relic auto, rookie relic auto of Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. What do you guys think? Who's hit of the night? So, all right, you got it, Joshua. So while you guys are voting on hit of the night here, let's continue with our Week 10 recap. We left off Rams 36, Seahawks 31. Glad I got to see some of this one, as it was one of the more interesting games this week. Two good quarterback performances. 100 yards rushing from Gurley, Rashad Penny, and almost Russell Wilson too. Wagner and Donald having great defensive games. Everything was pretty much balanced, and in the end, the Rams would make it to 9-1. All right, now Bo is winning the race so far. We're going to take the Donruss Signatures picture off, and we're going to put this up. So the Sunday night football game, Sunday. Cowboys versus Eagles. Cowboys beat the Eagles 27-20 to put both teams at 4-5. I think Eagles fans have a short-term memory, as the boos could have at least waited until the game was over for the defending champs. The rest of their schedule is going to be tough, including 2 against the Redskins, who have a much easier path and are up a couple games already. Also, unlike the Redskins, who will be gaining players back, the Eagles lose Darby, who becomes the 9th to land on IR so far. So that's going to really hurt their secondary even more. Dak and Zeke haven't really been too consistent this year, not from what I've seen, but Sunday night they clicked, and Cooper's looking comfortable there. Not sure if he was worth a first-round pick, but his regression may have had some connection with that of Derek Carr's as of late. And yes, the Giants disappointed me by winning 27-23 against the 49ers. Neither of these two teams are really worth talking about 2 days in a row, but it is worth mentioning that the Paradise High School football team, who all lost their homes in the fire going on right now, being brought to the game courtesy of the Niners. This invitation looks like it's being extended next week to first responders as well, so a way to stand for something right, guys. Garrett's gone if they lose in the first round of the playoffs, I think. Garrett needs a playoff win to keep his job, but you never know. I mean, Marvin Lewis still has a job. So Broncos, Vikings, Ravens, and Texans all had their Le'Veon Bell week. But at least they'll be returning in Week 11, which Week 11 will be tomorrow's discussion. So that is the football recap. And now we're just going to real quick talk about Major League Baseball Manager of the Year. All right. So let's take a look here. So you see this guy? The confused look on his face, like I don't get it. Well, this guy in 1987 was a catcher with, barely good enough numbers to stay in the major leagues. Now, kind of reminds me of Negan a little bit. Confident, ready to kick some ass. So Bob Melvin wins his 3rd Manager of the Year. He won, I think, with the Diamondbacks early in his managerial career, and won a few years ago with the A's as well. The A's continue to play Moneyball and get to the playoffs. Now, if they actually added a little bit of money to the equation like the Red Sox did, then maybe he could be getting a ring like Alex Cora, who was also a young kid once, but see that smile, that confidence. I know I'm going to get a World Series ring when I manage in my first season in Boston. So Kevin Cash, like the Rays did in the AL East, was impressive but finished 3rd. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think he should have won it, but I wouldn't have argued with it if he did. What he did with that team, really he needed one more starter, so he created won by bullpenning it. And I'm not a huge fan of the bullpenning thing. I'm not. But when you do something and you use it right, what's really going to annoy me is the copycatters that don't do it right. It's kind of like with football where there's a trick play and then everybody tries to implement it and they screw it up. And then Tim Tebow ends up on the New York Mets farm system. That's annoying. But if you do it right, AJ Hinch and Aaron Boone were the only other vote getters. Now, where the other two go? Way up top. There they are. Now we go on to the National League. Now, I feel that Craig Counsell could very well won this award. But with Brian Snitker bringing an even younger team to the playoffs this year, I get why he won 116-99 in the voting. Counsell had a bit of an up and down patch later in the season. Got criticized for a few decisions. Saw that playoff chance looking like it was going to fade away a little bit. While the Braves got their rough patch early on in the season, and which also probably helped Snitker's case. So, you know, it's kind of a what have you done for me lately? He was driving them straight up all the way through to the end of the season. And that's what's going to stand out in the mind of the voters. Bud Black continues to do well with the Rockies, and his third place finish was a solid third. Cardinals' Mike Schilt, Joe Madden, and Dave Roberts finished out the vote getters. I have to admit, I didn't even know who the Cardinals manager was until I was looking up this information. So, anyways, so that's what we got. That is our program for tonight. So maybe Joshua can get into that basketball break tomorrow, and we can rip a new one with that. And how about The Walking Dead? $22 for one spot, 2 for $39. That'll be the next push for tomorrow, and I would love to do that so that we can talk Walking Dead, so that we can talk Week 11 in the NFL. And NL Cy Young Award voting, I think, is tomorrow as well. So before we wrap things up, anybody else got anything for me tonight? Otherwise, I could have been Manager of the Year. How about Breaker of the Year? Or at least Marc-Down Employee of the Year? What do you think? Alright, so that's going to be a wrap for tonight. And again, tomorrow, get the schedule up here. Alright, managers are done. So this week's schedule. So again, the 3-box basketball break still getting cycled around. Walking Dead 4-box draft break is on tap for Wednesday. Thursday, we hope to do the 3-box WWE draft. I think we have 7 out of 16 spots needed for that. That one's even ahead of Walking Dead. Again, there's some flexibility here. You know, if we end up filling the WWE draft, well, then that would obviously break first. So there's always some flexibility. Although it would mess up our talking topics, but that doesn't matter. Friday, hopefully we can do Leaf Vault number 2. We only have a couple spots filled on that, but again, we're going to start pushing the Friday break starting tomorrow because we have a lighter load to carry the next couple days. And 5-star baseball. I've been looking forward for that one for a while. Thursday, we have a special announcement coming as well. Saturday, I like to see that immaculate baseball random team case break go. And then Sunday, let's try to get that big football one going. You know, unfortunately, the day that I posted that was the day we were really starting to have trouble with the notifications again. So it is what it is. We'll fight through it, and we'll look to rip you a new one tomorrow. Have a good night, and take care.